Hi, and welcome back at day 2 of the Gyeon Show. Yesterday we introduced a whole new coating lineup, and I hope you like it. But today we are going to introduce some more exciting stuff for certified detailers and enthusiasts. So stay with us, because the evolution continues.
In this section, we're going to discuss what it takes to become a Gyeon certified detailer. Joining me is Steve from the UK, one of our long-term certified detailers, and Marcin from Poland, who has gone full circle with Gyeon from initially being a certified detailer and now being our distributor for Poland. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi there. Starting with you, Steve, if we can please, can we explore your journey into the Gyeon network, starting with the contact that you first made with Gyeon?
Yeah, sure. Many years ago, when I decided to become a certified detailer, I approached probably about a handful of well-known detailing brands, but straight away the feeling I got from Gyeon was the interest in myself as well as my company, and not just a monthly subscription or a 1 or 2 day training course. So that felt really sort of reassuring to me that there was a commitment from both sides.
Yeah, and what requirement was laid out to you then instead of the buy-in or the training course?
There was a 6-month probationary period. There were clear sort of criteria in terms of product usage and also social media campaign as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And then obviously you went into your 6-month probationary period. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was good, and again, there was always contact throughout that period. The support was definitely there, which was very, it was reassuring.
Mm-hmm. And then once you became certified, did you find that anything changed, or did that scenario play out moving forward as well?
I just think the commitment in terms from both parties just continued in the same direction. It was very good.
Yeah. And how does it feel now for you? I mean, obviously you've been a number of years now in the network. What's your kind of feeling now about how it stands for you?
It feels like I'm part of a family. I think that's probably the best way of describing it.
Yeah. It's a common theme, I think. Yeah. And Marcin, yourself, does your story resonate with Steve's there? Does it have a similar pathway into the Gyeon network for you originally?
Yeah, in some parts, yes. As you mentioned before, I did a full circle from becoming a certified detailer at one point, then becoming an official Polish distributor of Gyeon products. And from my point of view, what is important is what Steve mentioned, is becoming a part of the family. We don't believe in any buying any kind of monthly fees. We are looking for really experienced detailers to be a part of the Gyeon itself.
So skill set important, obviously, experience important, but more than anything is a passion to want to join something bigger, something that actually is a community as such in the detailing
and grow together.
And grow together, yeah. So that's a really nice way of putting it as well. I believe in that too. How do you feel about the multi-brand scenario with certified detailers? Obviously, some people will already be with certain brands and they're looking to change. Others are looking to add another brand to their certificates on the wall and who they're accredited with. What's your feelings on that, Steve? I can start with you.
For me, if you feel the need to offer multi-brands, that just says to me you don't have full confidence in any of the brands. So for me, I'm purely Gyeon because I'm 100% confident in the product and the results that we get. So why do I need to look elsewhere? It's as simple as that for me.
Do you think that helps as well with how you interact with your clients and your customers?
Definitely. It's a very strong message, and that comes across very clear.
Yeah. Similar feelings for you, Marcin, on that subject? Yeah. So definitely focus on the one and
one. We don't make anyone, we don't force anyone to use Gyeon products only, but we are 100% sure that what we offer is the highest possible level.
Yeah. For me, I think there's definitely a case of dilution with multi-brand. I think given everything that Gyeon has to offer, I think if people join the network, really there is every tool available to them to successfully grow their business and keep things simple and straightforward. So for people that are listening and watching and wanting to apply in the future, what would be your top tips for them to go through the process of joining the network?
For me, number one, be professional and just have that drive and determination to better yourself every day.
Show that passion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the brand and what you want to achieve and do.
Definitely.
And you, Marcin, what are your tips?
I think the idea is not to be scared. Don't be scared, reach out, take the phone, grab the phone, give us a call, fill in the application form. It's going to be a really fun ride.
Yeah. Communicate. Yeah, great. Okay, thanks guys. So there you go. There's some insights into what it takes to become a Gyeon certified detailer. If you want to find out more about the programs available in your country and find the application forms, please visit gyeonservices.com and we hope to see you soon.
Experts confirm this might be a revolution. It's approaching Earth. Stay tuned. The new is coming.
Let's talk about our certified coatings. This news is huge. I'll say that again. This news is huge. Everything is new. All the old stuff has gone. No more Duraflex. No more Mose Plus. No more base. No more Phobic. No more Flexi. Everything is new. We'd like to introduce to you the new Infinite coatings.
Talking about the revolution. We have 3 brand new products, all designed back from the ground up. So we have Infinite Base Type 1, Infinite Base Type 2, and Infinite Top Coat Type 1.
Yep. Important to say that the 2 base coats feature completely brand new but very different chemistry that give very different performance and usage benefits, and we will explain more later.
On top of that, we have CanCoat Pro Evo, which is still there, also new formula, which is still there, but more for maintenance purposes in the warranty program.
Yep. And then we still have Flash in our lineup, again, revisions to the formula for our markets where we do the mobile certified detailer program, so that one's been improved too.
This is only available in some countries, but it's also very popular, and again here, brand new formula.
Yep. So the big question you're probably going to ask at this stage is, okay, so we have the new lineup, Infinite Coatings. How does this correspond with our Infinite Warranty program? As a quick reminder, our Infinite Warranty program offers 2 different routes for honouring the warranty. You can either maintain your car yourself, in which case you get a 5-year warranty, or you can take it back to your certified detailer every 2 years, in which case your warranty will last indefinitely.
Let's talk about some major benefits about these new products. First of all, 1 layer.
Yep.
Can you tell me about it?
Revolutionary, again, because in the past we were multi-layer systems and they were obviously more time consuming to apply, and there were certain rules that you had to follow with the timings. All of that now is simplified. We have 1 layer for the Infinite coatings, and the beauty here is that that 1 layer gets you to the Infinite warranty point. So no more multi-layer systems in order to get the warranty.
Exactly. There is, though, a top coat, Infinite top coat, which is actually serves as ice on the cake for people who want some more depth of color or extra hydrophobicity, but it doesn't influence the whole warranty program of these 2 Infinite base coats.
We also have efficiency gains. So this is another massive boost for our detailers. 30 mil of these products goes as far as 50 mil of our old products. And the reason for that is the products spread more easily, they go further, but also our new coating applicator system spreads the product even further too. So on this basis now we can do 30 mil even on large vehicles, and we just don't do the 50 mil sizes anymore.
And we did some efficiency in packaging as well, which is they all come in the light boxes.
Yeah, so basically you only buy what you need, the coating and the warranty.
Exactly. There is one more thing though, in the package will also come an industry first. We always are very keen on telling our certified detailers that preparation is very important for great durability of your coatings. So now we are introducing degreasing tablets. They will come into the boxes, but we will tell you more about that later. What do certified detailers need? Who is there better to ask than two of our distributors who are managing the certified detailer network, Rich in the UK and Bert in Belgium. So Bert, what's your opinion?
What do certified detailers need? They need an easy to install, simple to explain system that gives them consistent results so the end customer gets the best possible product in the end.
So we now have a complete overhaul of the certified detailer coatings. Let's dig a little bit deeper into it. So Rich, we have Infinite Base Type 1. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So we're using our new fluoro modified polysiloxane technology in the most advanced version possible, essentially. So what this formula does is it uses fluorine in the precursor stage to modify the polymers that eventually harden to form our coating. Important to note, there's not fluorine in the end coating, but we're using fluorine to modify the properties of the coating for functional benefit.
It's not an infused titanium carbon graphene fluorine product.
It's not an infused product. What we're using is a tried and tested technology in the car care world. Fluorine's been used in different guises over the last decade with great observable results. And this is now the world's premiere, effectively, of using fluorine to modify a coating. Not putting fluorine in it, but using it to modify it, and there's huge functional benefits. What I will say is, as a result of putting these modified polymers in, what we can now get from this product is incredible chemical resistance, incredible water beading, and the easiest on and off application for a coating of this caliber, all in the one package and one layer. Amazing.
And not forget to mention all in one layer.
One layer.
So efficiency there is very, very, very crucial. The same is for the Infinite Type 2. So Bert, please dig into a little bit.
Again, a one-layer system. Contrary to the Type 1, we now have a very thick application. It is extra dark. It has an extra darkening effect due to that. It has even more chemical resistance. But the main key difference, in my opinion, is the fact that it applies completely different. So again, thick application, but you have a longer wipe of time window, up to 20 minutes even. So depending on where you're at in the world, condition-wise, temperature-wise, humidity-wise, you would have the option or the how do you say, the freedom to choose how you would remove it in what time frame. So this gives us basically the freedom of choice for the detailer. So depending on what he likes, he would use a Type 1 or he would use a Type 2. It would not give him any difference in durability. It would not give any difference to the customer. It's personal choice to them and what they prefer.
But I think people will be amazed by the wipe-off window that it allows in normal and stable temperatures. But when fresh bottle wipe-off times up to 20 minutes on an even application is also something that's super convenient and makes and gains time. Yeah? Last but not least, the ice on the cake is possible when you talk about freedom of choice. Yeah. We still have a top coat. A little bit more about that.
So top coat wise, the idea of the top coat, and it's important to note this, is that the top coat is optional. And the reason that it's separate is because we want to give our detailers and end users the freedom to choose a single one-layer application to get their infinite warranty. So for people that are budget constrained, who want a great finish, but they have a set budget that they want their detailer to work to, we have these standalone options. For those customers who aren't budget constrained, who say, I don't mind paying an extra X amount of pounds, dollars, in order to get that last few percentage points of performance, go for it, send it, 2 layers. The detailer has the option then of putting this on for them, and this gives them a little bit more self-cleaning, a little bit more darkening, and just moves it on to the very maximum level that we can do. But 2 layers, so that comes at a price for both the detailer and the customer. And
technically it's a silica-based top coat as well. So it's not like the previous, for example, Flexi, it's not a silicone-based, but it's a silica-based top coat, right? Talking about efficiency, which is crucial, we now have all 30 ml bottles. A little bit more about that in terms of efficiency.
So 30 is a new 50. We have the new light applicator. So the light applicator allows us to use much less product. It's lined on the inside, so you're not absorbing as much, and 30 ml go a long way. It's efficient to do every single car out there, and it also means that when you open a bottle, you're going to use it up. You're not going to keep a bottle, so it's meant that with 30 milliliters, you open the bottle and you finish the car. That's it. Gives the best performance, gives the best durability to the customer.
We cannot forget we have also the Q2M big applicator,
big surfaces.
which is for the big surfaces, super handy, spreads easily. But this one comes brand new into the light boxes as well. As we all know, and for sure certified detailers, preparation is very important when it comes to a proper bonding of any type of coating. So we have one more thing that's in the light boxes, and these are the degree steps. The degree steps, before in the manual we said, okay, wash your car with a dishwashing soap after polishing to check and to make sure that the surface is oil-free. Now we have these tabs that we can put in a bucket with hot water. They can wash the car and they have a super squeaky clean surface to have the best possible
No
bonding.
excuses now.
Well, this is something we had a lot of the time when people are complaining or saying they have issues, either with durability or application. 90% of the time is due to not properly preparing the surface. So this will allow every single certified detailer to prepare the car perfectly before putting on the coating and receiving maximum performance out of them.
No guesswork anymore with what to use. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of this comes in the brand new light boxes with the whole new system.
That's great.
I hope you like the whole new certified detailer coating program, let's say that. Let us know which one you're most excited about, and feel free to comment below. Bye.
And here we are again in the Gyeon detailing studio, where I'm joining Yves, who's currently applying a coating to this beautiful Maserati. So what we want to show you in this video is how easy and efficient the new infinite base coats are to apply. You can already see that the way Yves is working is slightly different to before. With the old block and applicator suede, you wouldn't have been able to work this quickly without risk of grab and then everything falling apart on you. So now Yves can glide over the paint, spread the product very, very smoothly and rapidly with none of those issues. You'll notice as well, he doesn't have to use any preset pattern anymore. You don't have to do crisscrosses, you don't have to do any kind of circular motions, anything specific, whatever works with the contours of the car, which again allows you to work more quickly.
Goes on super smooth. Just be consistent.
Really important as well, you'll notice that Yves making sure that he keeps lots of product on his applicator pad as well. You do not want the applicator to run dry at any point, so be liberal with it. And that again allows you to work more quickly because it glides more smoothly. Does it feel nice and smooth, Yves?
It feels like an Italian lady, man. Nice and smooth.
Looking good. This is at least for me 50 to 100% faster working down the side of this car than you would have been previously. And what you'll notice as well is Yves hasn't asked for towels to buff off. I'm not offering towels to buff off, not necessary with our base coats. You can afford to go this far, no issues with buffing off.
So the whole side has been done. We're gonna grab a coffee and we'll come back for a wipe off.
So Yves, we finished the wipe off. Car looks amazing. Question is, do we apply the infinite top coat or not?
Well, that's freedom of choice. It's up to you if you want the icing on the cake. Let's talk about the two last products for our certified detailer program. First one, Flash Evo. Can you tell me a bit more about Flash?
Flash was designed because of the demand we got from the US and Australian market to have our certified detailers go on site. Going on site means that they have different environment. It has to be able to be used cold, warm, outside. So we still needed that system to work in those conditions. It comes with a 10-year warranty system, and now we've improved on that formula even more.
It will have easier wipe off, extended durability, and this outdoor friendly application. The second one, which I don't think it needs a lot of introduction, but Can Coat Pro Evo. What's your thought on
It's
CanCode?
a fantastic product that is available to every single certified detailer, be it a mobile certified detailer or a certified detailer that has a studio. So this is a product that can be used on every single surface, can be used on its own, can be used as a top coat, as a maintenance product when they come in for a service. So it has now with the Evo range even more durability and again easier to use even.
So these two products are must-haves for every certified mobile detailer.
The Gyeon coating applicator that we introduced at last year's Gyeon Show is a fantastic applicator, double-sided. It's specially insulated so that when you apply product it doesn't soak into the sponge insert in the middle. It's a lot more comfortable to use and it gives really good even results. The two sides allow you to choose which one you would like to use, whichever suits you, or maybe the paint type of the car that you're using. We've now introduced these into the new Gyeon coating boxes, so you will receive one of the small ones in with your coating or the light box coating. And they really will make things a lot better. You'll be able to use a lot less product when applying to your car, so that the smaller bottles that we get in the coatings at 30 mils will go a lot further than they used to, which is really good because you're not applying too much product. You're not going to get high spots as long as they're applied well, and it's going to save you money as well. The small size ones only come in the coating boxes, but you do get the big ones in packs of 2 or packs of 10. So there you have it, our coating applicators being used in all of our coating boxes, and they're perfect for all of your coating application in the future.
To really see how the Gyeon Infinite Warranty Program works, we need to jump forward into the future. Jeff visited a Gyeon certified detailer a few days ago for his first 2-yearly maintenance service. Now, as we can see, the car is in perfect condition. The coating is clearly working well. Now, let's jump forward again and see what happens another 2 years' time. Well, it seems that Jeff's love of detailing has taken over and that he now maintains his car himself. However, his warranty is still ongoing, as long as he performs the maintenance with Gyeon products by following Gyeon guidelines. If he does this, his warranty will remain in effect for 5 years. The Gyeon Infinite Warranty Program gives you freedom of choice. Find out more at gyeonservices.com.
Man, I told you so.
So now we have an update on our detailing bags and information about a new accessory product we have. Steve, tell me a little bit about the large detailing bag.
Okay, so the updates to this is a much deeper bag, so we can now get sort of the larger litre bottles in there. We've got 2 waterproof pockets at the end, so great for when you've got wet mitts and cloths and brushes. We've also got an addition of some straps along the front for detailing brushes, so it's a really good sort of update. One other thing we've got as well is a Velcro bottom, so great for keeping it in one position in the boot of your car. Perfect.
Perfect. So it's bigger here now because the pocket that we used to have on the top has been removed, and essentially that pocket's on the sides.
Perfect.
So you've got your 1 litres in here and your 500 mils
with
the spray heads.
Yeah.
So much easier. That's fantastic. I really like that.
Yeah.
And we have also an update to the small detailing bags in that they are taller now, so they also take the 4 and 500 ml spray bottles. What's that new product you've got over there?
We've got an addition to the accessory range, which is a kneel pad, and it's great for when you spend a large amount of time on your knees. So I, personally, that's a great addition, and you can use it as a mat or as a kneel pad. So yeah, perfect.
Perfect. It's much bigger than normal size.
It is as well.
Mats
Yeah,
that you see,
and it's nice and thick as well.
Perfect. That's great. So there you have details of the update to our detailing bag and information on our new kneel mat.
Imagine you have your boat on Lake Como coated with our specific marine line gel coat, looking splendid. You want to drive over there in a car coated with Gyeon paint coatings, looking fabulous. Well, now you have the option to fly there as well with the new aero coating by Gyeon. Steve, why do we need a specific aviation coating?
Well, with aviation regulations, everything needs to be approved, and this coating meets the industry standard that both Boeing and Airbus work to.
So we know you're safe to use that everywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
There's a little code on the side of the box. You can show it to everybody, and you're safe.
That's right.
Okay. So what's specific about a coating? Why this coating, and why do we need it different than other coatings?
Well, the good thing about this product is, again, being a single layer, very easy to apply, and especially when aircrafts are quite large. It's a very thick coating as well, so it gives really good protection.
Okay, what kind of protection is important in the aviation industry?
Definitely UV protection and self-cleaning. We have various clients with aircrafts, and they're always asking us, how can we keep our helicopters, our planes sort of clean because of the bugs in particular.
Yeah, and they're white, so that's quite a task to keep them clean every single time. Customers like their planes and their aircraft really shiny.
That's right.
And clean when they leave, and when they arrive as well, and they want to arrive in style.
Yeah.
So you talked about UV protection.
Yep.
Why is this so important in the aviation industry? Because you have white planes, I guess you have a good reason for that.
Well, definitely. When you're flying, you're nearer to the sun, so UV protection is really important.
Yeah, otherwise it would become yellow quite fast.
Absolutely.
So, anything else we need to know about this coating?
No, it's just the perfect product for your aircraft.
Perfect. So, have a safe flight.
Let's talk PPF, because we have some great news to tell you. I'm here with Majin, who is also a very experienced PPF installer and has been working with the current range of Gyeon film for quite a while now. So, Majin, to start, what's changing in the current lineup?
A lot of you guys had a chance to try our two films available at this time. That was Gyeon Protect Plus and Enhance. Both are accessible in 60-inch rolls. Now we are completing the collection with a huge range of other films. There is a new version of Enhanced film coming.
Okay.
That will be also available in two different sizes, 36 and 72 inch rolls.
Okay, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
because the 36-inch you would use for
example,
instance?
Bumpers.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because
more
now you
even
only
effective.
have 60-inch.
Exactly. What
And
else?
the 72-inch you would use for?
For most of the nowadays hoods, for example.
Of course. Like if you have Aston Martin or even
8
new
series.
BMW Z4. Okay, cool. And what else is new? Because we have then the roll sizes changing. Protect Plus will stay as is. It's 60-inch.
Yeah.
What else is coming?
What else is coming is matte film. Designed to protect original matte paint, or even to apply it on a gloss paint to make your car look like frozen.
And the properties of the film? What we can expect from Gyeon?
The film is coming in 60-inch roll. It has a really nice matte finish with what is the most important, hydrophobic top coat.
Okay, cool. because that's something we would expect from Gyeon,
Exactly.
being a ceramic.
Really nice self-healing and self-cleaning properties.
Okay, good. That's good to know. And then I think we have another thing to tell them. Black PPF?
Yeah, black PPF.
Yeah.
Super glossy, deep glass-like finish with ultra hydrophobic properties. So that you can, for example, imitate glass roof on your car.
Okay. And what roll sizes will be available?
60.
60 inch, okay. That would be practical for most bonnets, roofs, or small details on the car like mirrors or whatever. Okay.
What else is coming is a tint film.
Okay.
Available in 36 inch roll.
That's good.
25% of tint properties. You can
So
apply
not too dark, not too light.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice finish.
A really nice finish. Also super hydrophobic and really suitable to, for example, tinting your tail lights or headlights.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. And then let's not forget what we've all been waiting for. We now introduce Gyeon Cut, our own plotting software for cutting patterns that you can install in the car easily. Wrapped edges, nice features, and maybe we can show them what it's all about.
Let's go.
So on the homepage we have all the information that you need about the software itself. You have installation tips, so how to use the film. Also there is one topic that's called maintenance,
Really
where you can see how to maintain the PPF properly, as we discussed earlier.
It looks really user-friendly.
Yes, and fully geonized, so
Exactly.
there's the full Gyeon look and feel. And if you look at the kits, separate kits for fenders, bumpers, full car, doors, everything that you would need. And you can go into kits and then
That looks nice.
select kits, remove cutout for logos, add wrapped edges. As you know, now we really want a quality finish of our installation, so you can do everything that you would want with each pattern.
So after months of development,
Yes, years actually, but
can actually
we are
give
finally
something.
there, and we have good database for our installers
and
from all around the world.
What's really
so-
important is that it's constantly growing.
Yeah, updated daily, so
Great.
new stuff coming. So we're very excited to get going on this.
Exciting news. Let's go and see what
Let's go in the studio and see what the new films look like
on the car.
on the car. Goodbye. Let's take a closer look at the new films we are adding to the current lineup in PPF. So the first one, Yves, I think it's pretty obvious which one it is.
It's not glossy.
No, it's the matte film. Yeah, matte but satin look, so not too matte. Based on the same TPU as the new upgraded version of Enhance, actually.
Okay.
So self-healing,
Self-healing.
hydrophobic properties, flexible, easy to install. So
It has
very
hydrophobic
cool.
properties in the matte film
Yeah,
as well?
yes.
I will grab some water to check
Check
it
it.
out. That's
mega
super cool.
beating,
This is
yeah.
mega beating.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's next?
Okay, so the next one, we've installed it on a headlight. As you can see, tinting film, the tinting film.
Is this road legal?
We didn't want it to be too dark, so it's still road legal in most of the countries.
And in terms of properties?
Same properties, so self-healing, hydrophobic properties, very cool film as
Mega.
well.
What's next?
Let's jump onto the other side of the car. So over here we have obviously the black PPF. PPF, not a wrap film, full wet install.
So this is super clarity for.
Yeah, very low structure, very paint-like finish.
And also self-healing and hydrophobic properties.
Again, same properties. Self-healing, hydrophobic, very easy to install.
Top. So these three brand new products, together with our software, are a great extension to our current lineup, and this will bring it to a whole new level.
PPF, or paint protection film, is very thin polyurethane sheeting that we apply to our cars to protect them against mechanical damage. But once it's applied, we still care about the car looking good and staying looking good in the long run. But PPF has some very specific maintenance requirements. Steph, can you tell us a little bit about why PPF has such specific requirements?
I'm glad you're bringing that up, because sometimes people tend to think that when they have PPF on their car, it is bulletproof. But okay, it's protected against sorts of mechanical impact, but okay, still it needs maintenance and it needs to be maintained well. If you have Gyeon PPF on your car, when the installer has installed it on your car, he will hand you over the infinite warranty card, which also includes the booklet with the 10 maintenance rules, which explains how to use Gyeon's dedicated line of products to maintain PPF. So we'll start with the PPF wash, which is a concentrated wash, shampoo to wash your car, but also decontaminate your car.
Okay.
This is very important because of the film. It has a poor structure and dirt likes to clog up onto the film, and then especially the top coat of the Gyeon film, it tends to lose its hydrophobicity. So this is very important.
And so that's the big effect, that people obviously want to see the car continuing to look glossy, but also to shed water and to bead water and self-clean. And I'm presuming that's what we lose when we actually have a build-up of contaminants if we don't tackle it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how often would you recommend using this?
On a daily driver, I personally recommend my customers to use it every week or at least every 2 weeks. So that would be best on a daily driver to maintain every aspect of the PPF to make it look glossy.
And so once we've actually then decontaminated on a regular basis in with our washing, what's the next steps for good maintenance of PPF? What else do we need to do?
Then Gyeon has its PPF Maintain. It's a spray that you could use, I think, maybe each month or every 2 months. I usually spray it in a microfiber towel and then wipe the surface, flip over, wipe again. Or what I also like to do is after a wash, when the car is still wet, I spray it in my silk dryer and then wipe off the panel. And you will also apply a liberal amount of product so that it will stay glossy, hydrophobic and slick to the touch.
One simple process as well, get the whole thing done. Yeah. That sounds good. Okay. And what happens in the longer run when the PPF ages and we start to get some visible signs of age? It's taken a lot of impacts, the sun's been on it a long time and we just feel it's not looking its best. What can we do at that stage to revive it and maintain it?
It would be best to go to a certified detailer or your installer, and he could use PPF Renew, which is a mild polish that you could either use on a hand pad or machine polish with a fine pad. Polish the surface and it will already have some hydrophobicity from the polish, but maybe it's even best to redo a top coat, like for instance can coat, or it's up to the certified detailer or installer to decide, but he can provide you with the right service to top up the PPF.
So really, I guess with everything that you've told us there, in some ways with PPF, the maintenance is even more important than with normal bodywork by the sounds of it.
Yes, maintenance is key, maybe even more than on a paint surface coated car.
So the performance, great.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you have PPF installed on your car, now you know how to maintain it.
Last year we presented you the amazing calendar project 365, which was a limited edition. It took more than 900 hours of work with 13 people and a total of 586 terabytes of files. But this year we raised the bar even further and we will make it available for everybody. Enjoy G-Army Unlimited. Gyeon Detailing Concept and Brand Hero. What is it? Who is it for? And how does it work? Bert, can you please explain me Gyeon Detailing Concept? What is it?
Well, it's something that is close to my heart. The Detailing Concept is a partnership between the distributor and Gyeon to create a Gyeon destination for all partners and enthusiasts to experience the Gyeon way. So basically, the distributor would create a training studio, would create a shop where we show off what Gyeon can do for your brand and for you as a distributor or reseller.
So how does it actually work? It's not for everybody, it's for distributors only, and it actually doesn't mean that it's going to happen in every single country,
No.
because it comes with a kind of investment as well.
Exactly, so the investment is both made by Gyeon and by the distributor. Gyeon would put in the effort to create and design the whole place. You as a distributor are then responsible to implement it and to finance the implementation of it.
And it's also kind of social gathering to experience actually the Gyeon kind of lifestyle.
Exactly, so we would invite everybody to come in for training, be it technical, be it theoretical. If we're talking about resellers, for example, we're talking events, big events, having people come in, showing off the products, doing demos, creating car events. Sunday morning, I'm talking Cars and Coffee, for example. This is the place we want them to show off what the brand is really about and what the community can do for them.
And there is already one done?
Yeah, and we have the first one done in Japan, actually.
And it looks pretty good.
It looks amazing. You can find some pictures online if you look for it.
Okay, so Brand Hero, next topic.
Yeah.
What is it? How we're going to implement it, and how does it work?
So the Brand Hero is the person in a country that would be responsible of implementing the Gyeon philosophy at Gyeon partners or people that are looking to become a Gyeon partner. There's somebody that would visit and implement his knowledge or share his knowledge with the place he's visiting, be it on the level of the technical side, be it on social media, helping out setting pricing, helping out with consultancy for him to visit other customers and selling his services. So basically helping out where the detailer or the partner in question is lacking.
So who can be a Brand Hero? For who is it for?
Actually, we are looking for somebody that's already a partner and that already has the body of work and the proof that he's being, he's already in the Gyeon system, he's already walking the Gyeon way, I would say, and being able to transfer that to somebody else.
So it can be a distributor or it can be a certified detailer, but in the end it will be headquarters that will have the final decision on if somebody is able to represent or be a Brand Hero.
Exactly. Either the partner or the distributor can propose somebody, but in the end the final decision rests with HQ.
Okay, cool. I think this is pretty clear. I have one more premiere, and that's the second Gyeon Detailing Concept. Will be in Belgium and will be done by Bert. So time to look forward to that, and stay tuned. Thank you all for tuning in on the second day of the Gyeon Show. The stream is over, but at Gyeon we never settle. We always strive for more. Let us know which product or announcement you like the most or are most excited about. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Amy Shore and her story.
I'm very lucky to be able to travel all around the world for my job, but I do love coming back to Leicestershire, back to my childhood home. I'm Amy Shaw and I'm an automotive and lifestyle photographer. We're a really close family and have always been, and it's probably because my dad that I'm into the cars and the photography actually as well. One of my earliest memories was driving with my dad in a white Mini, but at the time they weren't that old, so it wasn't really a classic car as such, but Dad was always working either on classic cars. I remember going out to the garden once and there was all these bits of at the time I found out it was a Formula One car, and as a child I didn't know what they were. I just remember my dad saying, just don't touch any of this.
I'm Andy Shaw, and I specialise in automotive paintwork with airbrush and watercolour. My first recollection of doing any artwork with Amy was helping her with her art homework for school. So I couldn't wait when she came back with a project for me to get stuck into to give her a hand. And she didn't really do much, I took over and did it for her. She used to get top marks, so I was quite pleased about that.
My very first driving experience was actually at Mallory Park. Not round the circuit or anything, but in the car park.
I went to Mallory Park to see a race meet. I took the kids, and I decided to give Amy a go at driving.
I think my dad took my brother and I to a race or something, and then afterwards he said, "Hey Amy, do you wanna have a go at driving the car?" I think it was like a turquoise Rover.
There's a Rover 216, I think it was. So I think she was 12. And I gave her a go at the wheel.
At 12 years old, my dad saying, "Do you want to have a go at driving a car?" I was like, yes. So I basically drove around the car park in first gear as a 12-year-old.
And she loved it.
From then, I remember being on the school bus and driving past a classic car for sale, and I think now it was an MGB GT, and it was like this mustard colour, and I was in love. I just saw that, and I think I came home to my parents that night and said, I love this car, I don't know what it is. And I think Dad was like, it's just an MG, I know which one you're on about. But from that point, I knew that I loved classic cars. For me, I suppose the stars originally began to align back in the 80s when my dad used to work for this classic sports car restoration company. And then he ended up getting this job, his dream job at Lotus, Formula One. So after he was at Lotus for a couple of years, I came along and he had to quit that job to come back and work back in Leicestershire, and ended up working for that restoration company again. 25 years later, I graduated university, and that restoration company had just built a replica Ferrari P4. And I just shot this P4 like I would shoot, at the time, my friends, my family, the things that I'd shot up until that point. And yeah, the images basically ended up going viral online, and so many people saw these pictures, and I was just, that was the point that I thought, wow, this is something I'm gonna have to try and keep doing.
Amy, with her photography, she seems to be able to naturally just catch a moment that nobody else seems to be able to do. So I try myself, I can't do what she does. And I taught her.
When you're driving, especially classic cars, if you don't have any music and it's just the sound of the exhaust and the feel of the car, the engine, the certain corners which you know, especially if you drive them a lot, if they're close to home, you think, oh, I'm going to enjoy this corner. It's something that you can just go out just because you think, I just want to go and have a drive. And the same with riding motorcycles as well. Sometimes you just think, just that feeling of freedom and that ability to just go out and just go is something that I don't think people who are into cars, I don't think they would understand. I just want to be able to inspire people, not necessarily to think, oh, you know, I love cars and I want to get into cars generally. That is definitely a facet of it, but I want people to be able to do things like adventure, drive classic cars because they are silly and they are fun. Go on these road trips purely because you've not been there before or you want to experience something new. When I used to go on car shoots, especially in my earliest car shoots, if I had to go to maybe a car show and find a car that somebody wanted me to shoot, I didn't know about classic cars really at this point, and so I would bring my dad with me to tell me what these cars were, and he would be like, oh, that's one of the cars you're looking for, and that's another one. I remember taking him to Bicester Heritage quite a few times early on, because he was just quite a wonderful event, and he loves classic cars as well, and it was lovely for him, I think, to hang out with me and both of us to be able to shoot these classic cars. And then I took him on a shoot photographing a Jaguar D-Type, which was a really special day because I think he bunked off work to come and help me out. But I've got some really lovely shots from that day, and for me, that shoot especially has got some really lovely memories for me because I know that he really, really enjoyed that, and that made me happy.
Like with it, you can just see the hint of the airplanes in the background.
Now she's not in the room. I'm so proud of my daughter. She's so ambitious and so talented, and I'm really looking forward to see where she goes with this next.
Now we're going to have a talk with international automotive and amazing lifestyle photographer Amy Shaw about the making of her My Way film. Hi Amy, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, yes, really good, thank you. So you've just made a My Way film with us. How was it?
Oh, it was so wonderful. I mean, I got to spend the whole day driving my wonderful MGB GT, and then my dad joined us as well, so he was hanging around, so it was a really wonderful day for us. And yeah, just the team were great, and I had a wonderful time.
That's cool. Yeah, I saw the parts with your dad. You look like you have a great relationship with him. He seems ace.
Yeah, he's awesome. We go on like road trips together and motorbike trips, and yeah, he's like nearly retired now, so I think he's excited to start doing more of these adventures. And I mean, if I have to take him, then I'm not going to complain.
There are worse things you could do, aren't there? Yeah. That'll keep him busy as well. So I hear that there were some difficulties with the shooting of the film, with trying to get some good weather, with all the rain that we've had. Was there anything else that you had issues with? Or?
You know what? The car was running beautifully, and it's had a few issues since, but the only major thing on the day was probably the rain, because there was a couple of times where having to do some of the drives, the driving shots, it was probably the most torrential part of the day in terms of weather. So I'm coming into this corner, and also being a girl driving, I don't want to be assumed to drive like a girl as such, and I want to be able to change that perception of driving like a girl. So I'm giving it some into the corner. So, and then obviously I've got to try and make sure I'm safe as well. So that was a nice little test. But I mean, the exhaust on my car sounds amazing. So thanks to my other half who made sure it sounded good. So I'm really hoping that it comes out well in the sound. So it should be awesome.
Yes, well, it looks good. It looks good. So I watched it yesterday, and it all looks amazing. So yes, no, you're right. You can't drive like a girl. I'm quite sure you don't. And it was quite different from the first shoot that you did yourself when you were photographing the replica P4.
Yes.
That was quite a different thing from what making the film.
Yes, so when I shot the replica P4, that was about 8 years ago, and I had never photographed a car in my life. I had no idea what I was doing. I took some lights that I'd borrowed from a friend. I didn't know how to use them, but apparently I thought that's what car photographers use, so I should probably go and take some. And then I had at the time I didn't have any polarizing filters or anything like that, so I did a lot more photoshopping after that shoot than I've ever done in any of the photo shoot that I've done since. And it just happened to be that I had this beautiful car, this opportunity, and all I'd photographed up until that point were people and weddings. So I used all the information I had learned about shooting weddings and applied it to shooting a car. So looking for basic photography things, great angles, lighting, what curves worked well, and positioning the car. And then the people I was with, they were like, maybe we could hose down the floor and get some nice reflections. So I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So all of those things now, 8 years later, having all this more information, I wish I could go back and shoot that car again so that I had the updated photographs, which I hope would be a lot better, but you never know, they might not be. So in comparison, this shoot with the MGB, I mean, it meant a lot to me because it was my car, and with my dad, and we shot it at a location that I've been with since the beginning of my career. So it was a really beautiful film for me to make.
It was a lovely film, but I don't think you would need to change the pictures of the people. The couple that I saw are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I had a question that's completely not about the film. Watching the film, you said your dad used to have a rusty Mark IV Escort, and it was horrible. My dad used to have an orange-coloured Austin Maxi, and he used to drop us off in it. We'd make him drop us off round the corner. Because it was so embarrassing, and I wondered if you ever did that to your dad in his Escort.
Yes, so my brother and I would hide literally under the dashboard, or my brother would lie in the back seat because he'd be like, I'm not being seen in this. And then when we got a bit older, because the thing is, my dad, bless him, he was always like, I can fix the cars, so I'll buy a cheap car, whatever the cheap car is, and fix it if it goes wrong, or if it needs some work. So we always had really manky cars growing up. So as we got older, these manky cars just changed how bad they were, and they never got any better, admittedly never any worse. And so as we got older and teenagers, we got dropped off further and further away from the school. We were like, we'll just walk from here, Dad, thanks. And he'd be like, I can drop you off if you want. We're like, no, we're good, thanks. So I think this is something that a lot of kids, especially with parents that like cars or classic cars, can sometimes feel, but then they'll get older and realise that all these cars are actually quite cool.
That's cool, yeah, they are. And your cars have definitely improved over your dad's rusty Mark IV.
Yes, maybe I took the inspiration, then took it to owning my own cars. I mean, one of the great things is my dad has owned Minis for most of his life as well, and that's the reason why I own my own Mini, which I've had now for 10 years. Primarily because when I said to my dad, hey, I think I'd like to drive a classic car, I was 18, 19 at the time that I said this, and he was like, cool, well, if you buy a Mini, I know how to fix it, whereas if you're buying anything else, then you're kind of on your own. And I was like, Mini it is?
Well, it's probably a lot cheaper to get your dad to help you than a mechanic. Or
yes, and I mean, that's now why I'm with a mechanic, obviously, purely because I need all my car fixing. He's all right too.
Perfect. I think that is probably everything that we need to cover, unless there is anything else you want to tell us about what's coming up with you, or anything that you haven't told us that would be really interesting to know about your filming.
Oh my word. No, I think I don't have that many secrets, which is probably a good thing. I don't have a good memory. So, but no, we've probably covered it. The things I'm super excited about are the International Automotive Photography Awards. It's a very long name of an award, so we all have shortened it to the IAP Awards, which is much easier to remember. And so we're hoping to do things like workshops with that, so you can come on a workshop with the three of us to learn how to improve your own photography if that's what you want, or see how we do it ourselves. I've got some exciting trips coming up, which also hopefully include getting on an aeroplane for the first time in 2 years, which I'm very excited about.
Wow.
And then other than that, no, we're just still with my podcast as well that I do. We're chatting to some really exciting people, and we do that weekly as well, so that's really fun. So yeah, it's all just nice to kind of get going. But I also now run an E-Type restoration workshop with my other half, so that's also quite scary because that's brand new. So I've never run a workshop before, and I'm still learning how to work it, but it's going well so far. We have customers and staff, and it's all ticking along nicely, so I'm doing something okay.
That's good. And keeping busy then, you haven't got much time to fit in everything else.
Not much yet, no. I'm really looking forward to being able to see the new James Bond film, which I've not yet managed to go and see. So yeah, hopefully that's going to be on the cards, and I'll go on a little holiday. But the thing is, my holidays are road trips, because as soon as I put the camera down, I pick it straight back up again for my own love and enjoyment. And that's why I do drive classic cars as my daily. That MGB GT in the film is my daily car. If it's not that, then it's my rattly old Defender. So our holidays are exactly the same. We'll get into a classic car and go on a holiday, and I'll bring my camera. So I just get to take the photographs whenever I want, which is not too dissimilar to my job. And I feel very, very lucky to be able to be sat here talking to you about this film, this job, and how we've ended up here. So thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. Well, there's nothing better than loving what you do, so that's ace. Enjoy your trip if you actually get away, and thanks for talking to us, Amy. Thanks.
Baby.